Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. It's Dominique from Lunar Tarot. So excited to have you with me here today for another general reading. Today is going to be all about what is the hottest gossip about you. If you don't already know, this is a series on my channel that I kind of do an energy check-in on you about once a month. We call it the hottest gossip, but it's really about how you're being viewed, what's happening behind the scenes in your life that you don't quite know about, and what's going to happen next for you, okay? Along with advice. So it's a classic energy check-in reading. We're talking about how you're being perceived, like what's tea, and also like what you need to know and what the best advice for you is for this upcoming month. So I'm really excited to get into these messages today. Of course, I did channel some messages before I got on camera, so I want to let you know what I was channeling and writing down in my journal before I, started to pray. Actually, it was after I prayed, but after I prayed, before I started to shuffle in all of the cards. Okay, so what I got was, you're more attractive than you think. Okay, that's one channel message. The second one was, your words and judgment hold weight. Okay, your words and judgment holds weight. And then next, your action and integrity speaks for itself. Okay, three very interesting messages. So with this reading, I like to break it up into three categories. Let's go ahead and start off with the classic, how you're being viewed right now. All right, and I'm going to be starting off with the Tarot Illuminati. Of course, I've already prayed and shuffled over all the decks. We are protected and connected to the divine as always. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we? All right, Divine Source, how are my YouTube viewers being viewed currently? How are my YouTube viewers being viewed currently? Oh, wow. You are the minds of many people right now, and I can tell that quite easily because of the cards that came out initially. Ooh, interesting. And it's like effortless on your part too. Oh my God, you definitely have a lot of people watching you right now. We have a couple cards that denote that, and I'm kind of placing them in the middle. Okay, making sure you can see everything. Wonderful. This is really interesting. So I'm going to jump around a little bit, but already what I'm getting is that you're being viewed as someone who is, this is the theme of my channel, but very put together, very stable, also very attractive. We have this Queen of Pentacles here. This tells me that people see you as being stable, being grounded, practical, possibly having a lot of money or having like a great job. You seem very fruitful right now, okay? Like the fruit of your labor really paying off. To me, this Queen of Pentacles happens to be the most attractive queen in the deck. I know traditionally that's the Queen of Wands, but this specific Queen of Pentacles is just like tea. She's fire to me. So people are kind of viewing you as being like very attractive, very sexy right now too. So think about your hair, your chest area is really standing out as well. The kind of fashion that you're wearing. Also something about your hands. Like people find your hands to be attractive. Some of you could have just gotten your nails done, for instance, or like, I don't know, maybe you are working on like getting scars off of your hand or getting very even skin tone in general. Those are kind of some side notes, but okay, how are you being viewed? Going back to this Seven of Wands card in reverse, people feel like you have this effortless vibe right now, okay? People feel like you're attractive, stable, grounded, and doing all these things quite effortlessly. That's what I'm picking up with the Seven of Wands in reverse. When it's upright, this card talks about having a lot of things coming at you and needing to organize and prioritize. With this being in reverse, this tells me that you got everything under control. It seems like you have so many spinning plates, so many things that you're juggling, and yet you make it look effortless. That's what people are thinking about you right now. You make it look effortless, okay? And people are kind of obsessed with that. We have the Devil card here, along with the Princess of Swords. The Princess of Swords, also known as the Page of Swords, is a card all about watching, okay? It can be a card literally about like watching other people. Or it can also be about like gossip and like petty things like that. So I'm just seeing that people are like talking about this, okay? They're talking about how you have so many things going on for your life, and yet you make it all look so effortless. People are a little bit obsessed with you because of that. There is an energy of like attachment and obsession here with the Devil card being here, okay? It basically tells me that people are kind of wondering like how you're doing this. They're gossiping about you. They're talking about you. They're very curious about like what you have going on in your life. They're also very curious about your plans, okay? Some of you could have just recently traveled, or you're planning to travel soon. Some of you are planning to like move to a new city or get a new pet or change jobs, like those kind of classic things. People are talking about whatever plans you have going on in your life or whatever plans you just finished executing, okay? Either things that are coming up or things that have recently passed. And they're saying that you have like so many things going on, but again, you make it look so effortless. People are very, very curious about your plans, what you're up to. They feel like you tend to move in silence as well. We have this High Priestess card. The High Priestess is somebody who is like more private, mysterious. They don't let a lot of people into their life. People don't really know what they're up to. And so this makes you even more interesting to people who want to know about you, okay? It's like they really have to go out of their way to try and get information on you because you do move in silence. You just let the results speak for themselves. So yeah, people are very curious about you at this time. They feel like you're coming into a level of success. I'm also hearing notoriety, okay? There's a level of notoriety possibly in your field, amongst your coworkers, amongst your friends or something. You're being seen as somebody who has a lot of achievements, okay, and has been able to achieve a great deal for themselves and move themselves forward in life in a very significant way. The other card I want to touch on here is the Magician, also known as the Alchemist in this deck, okay? It seems to people like you have the Midas touch right now. I won't even lie. It's like you're getting everything that you want. You're drawing in the kind of experiences that you want. I mean, the Magician, you can tell it's a card about manifestation and being able to alchemize your own energy to be a match for the experiences that you want to draw in. But when we're talking about the perception of others and how they view you, when this card comes up, this tells me that people think that you're highly capable, okay, that you're getting what you want in life, and that you keep having all these experiences and these achievements that are, you know, highly commendable. Okay, I'll put it that way, highly commendable. And then you're moving forward in life very quickly, because when you're manifesting and you're kind of just, you know, drawing in the experiences that you want, people don't know how you're doing that or all the work that you're putting in behind the scenes. They're only seeing the results. So that's why I'm focusing on, you know, people are seeing that you're bringing in a lot of results for your life. Also, with the Strength card being reverse underneath this tells me that for other people, again, they feel like you're doing this with a lot of ease. They feel like it doesn't take a lot of strength from you to get to your goals, to get to where you're going, to, you know, hit your new fitness goals or to hit your new globe goals or hit whatever goals you're trying to do. I really feel like this is very goal oriented. Okay, I keep pulling from the bottom of the deck, but I see another card that's drawing my eye. It's the King of Wands. I think of the King of Wands as being like a go-getter kind of person, someone who sets goals and executes. So again, you're being seen as someone who is a go-getter without needing to have a lot of effort towards it. You're making it look very, very effortless. People are impressed with you right now. I can definitely tell that people are impressed. So I like this message so far. Let's go ahead and check in on how you're being viewed, and let's use my white and yellow deck. Okay, how are they being viewed right now? Okay, I'm already picking up on this. Look at this one. I'm proud of the growth you've accomplished. Yeah, I feel like people are looking at you and they're proud of you right now. They're like, whoa, there's a lot going on for this person, and yet they're handling it really, really well, okay? People could even know of you being like somewhat stressed, but then they hear about like what's going on in your life, and they're like, wait, you're actually doing really well despite being stressed. Like nothing's actually going wrong per se. Yeah, I'm worried about you. Are you okay? So some of you are actually stressed right now. LOL. Sorry, not LOL, but I only say LOL because I can relate actually. But what I'm picking up on here is that people may be worried about you being like stressed, but they still feel like you're getting everything done, you know, which is why they are still impressed with you. Okay. They're like, whoa, like this person may be nervous about what's happening, but they're moving forward in a really grounded, practical, stable way. Things are still working out for them. They're still achieving their goals, are still getting stuff done. Okay. Even despite the stress. Okay. So I'm hearing that you guys actually, can operate well under pressure. Okay, you can operate well under pressure. How are they being viewed right now? Okay, we have, is it too late? On the back, it also says receipts, knows the truth, keep it private, don't cross them. This is so interesting. People see you as somebody who has a strong sense of discernment. Okay, I'm picking up on that. But you're not going to like necessarily call people out on the things that you see with them unless they come to you with some BS, of course, right? But you have a lot of receipts. Like you know the truth about people. You're able to see through people well. You also have, is it too late? So you have people from your past who are thinking about you right now, possibly missing you as well, who are feeling withdrawn from your life, feeling nostalgic about you, but they're not wanting to really come in and tell you that. How are they being viewed right now? I find you intriguing and mysterious. You're sexy. Yeah, for sure. It's funny how we got the mysterious message earlier with you being like private as well. How are they being viewed? We have blessing, unexpected, sudden luck, and great news. So people feel like I'm actually picking up that people think that you're about to come into a blessing, an unexpected blessing, because you've been working really hard. All right. What else fell out of the deck that I just put back at the top is face card never declines. So this essentially means that you're very gorgeous in the face. Okay. Very attractive face here. All right. That's what people are viewing you at this time. And I just want to hone back in on the blessing piece. I feel like people are looking at you like you're due for a level up. You're due for a big blessing because of the way that you are towards others. I feel that this group, and honestly, people who interact on my channel in general, have a high level of integrity, morals, and ethics, okay? And people feel like the way that you treat others with, like your kindness and the respect that you give them, and the way that you go about getting to your own goals with a lot of integrity, it's only a matter of time before you're blessed in a really big way. So this is interesting. People are actually looking at you and they're like, oh yeah, something's going to happen for them. Something's going to happen because all this effort that you're putting in, they feel like it can't just go nowhere. Yeah, guys, look, door to value. As I'm shuffling the deck, door to value. People really feel like you're about to open some sort of door to value. You're about to, get paid more or have some kind of lump sum come to you, or maybe go on a vacation or something. The value doesn't always have to be monetary, but people can feel like you're about to come into, again, some kind of blessing that's going to increase the way that you feel about yourself or increase your quality of life. How are they being viewed right now? The temple path. Yeah, you're being viewed as someone who is on the path to success, okay? That you're on your own authentic and individual path. The thing about you that really stands out to other people is that you march to the beat of your own drum. And that's how you're being viewed. You're not somebody who necessarily follows trends, who wants to look like everybody else, wants to act like everybody else, achieve the same goals as everybody else. You are truly an individual, and people notice that about you and they really enjoy that. They can tell that you have goals and aspirations that are unique to you and your own soul, okay? Not to get deep with it, but true. All right, how are they being viewed right now? Divine Source, how are my YouTube viewers being viewed currently? Ooh, I already kind of peeped it. We have the Goddess of the Moon, along with door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, people feel like you've actually changed a lot in the recent years. You've changed so much. Actually, I wouldn't even say years, but even in the past 8 months. That's what I'm picking up on. And you've drawn in so much positive energy for yourself. That's what I'm getting with the Goddess of the Moon. Goddess of the Moon, I would almost compare it to the Magician in the tarot deck. So again, it's about having that Midas touch. It's about alchemizing your energy, aligning yourself with the experiences that you want to have. So from the outside looking in, this seems like the energy of magic. Like people view you as being a little bit magical right now. Again, like everything you touch turns to gold. Your life is going well for you. And again, you could be stressed. You actually could be trying to tread water. There could be a lot of things on your plate right now, but people see you handling this with a lot of elegance and grace. All right. You are very, very graceful. And I feel like that's a big theme here. People almost want to study you because of the sort of grace and growth that you have been exhibiting. I want to say the past year, the past 8 months, it feels like you've really open this door to personal healing and happiness. Maybe you guys have done a lot of inner work, okay, and gotten to this place where you feel so much more peace in your life. That's what I'm picking up on. People have noticed how, in general, how peaceful your life has become. They feel like your life is peaceful. They feel like you're always at rest and you were never in a space of overwhelm. Again, even when they kind of notice, for people who are closer to you, that you could be stressed, they still feel like you're handling it really, really well and you're not crashing out and spiraling like they might, okay? And it's not to say that you're better than anybody else, but it is to say that they feel like your emotional regulation skills have gotten really good, and your ability to prioritize and organize has improved. Okay, that's what people are noticing about you. They notice that you're very put together. You put a lot of effort into making sure that you've got yourself, that you're setting yourself up for success, and people are seeing the fruits of your labor. I'm also picking up from this spread that people from your past tend to watch you to see what you're going to be up to next, because they feel like you're always evolving and shifting and changing, and going to the next level. And they want to know what you're going to do next and keep up with you on your journey. Okay, let's see what else we have here for how you're being viewed. What is the hottest gossip on them? You have a very sexy way of dancing. Some of y'all could have just went dancing recently and people were thinking about that in the function. All right, that's more like a strangers type of thing. They're confused about this connection. How are they viewing you? That's interesting. Some people don't quite know what to make of you. All right, people who, I feel like the thing is, when it comes to you, people think that you're going to be one way and then they get proven wrong a lot. All right, I'm picking up that people kind of feel like your personality might be a facade. All right, because you're so grounded, you're so put together. And you could also be like very kind, again, like high integrity. They kind of feel like, is this person faking it? Like, is this really, really real? And you confuse people because they haven't met someone who really shines the way that you do in such an authentic way without having to be deceptive at all. Okay. How are they being viewed currently? Natural alchemist. You know how to make something out of nothing. Again, we've got a card about alchemy at least twice now. The magician from the bottom of the deck, and again, this goddess of the moon. So this is confirmation. Like, people are viewing you as somebody who can make something out of nothing, someone who can handle and direct their life very, very well. Okay. Like, this is impressive for sure. You're really impressing people right now. They can't tell how you feel about them. So people, yeah, that's pretty fair. I'm let the card speak for itself. Like, people are viewing you as somebody who is mysterious, private. Like, you don't really wear your heart on your sleeve per se. Like, you're kind to people, but they can't always tell what you think about them. Okay, but people have strong opinions about you. How are they being viewed currently? They're only stringing you along. There's some very interesting messages here. They're only stringing you along. Some people don't believe that that your friendliness may be really genuine. Okay, again, there's something about like people wondering if you are too good to be true. Okay, and if you're only stringing them along in a friendship way, if you're only stringing them along, you're only humoring them, you don't really find them to be entertaining, you don't really find them to be interesting. People feel like you have the kind of like charisma and chemistry with people that like is so good that like, is it almost fake? You know, when you meet someone, maybe you guys aren't like this, but you know, when you meet someone and they're almost like a little bit over the top nice and like super kind to your, where you're like to the point like, okay, was that really their personality, or are they just trying to make me like them, or are they faking it and do they really like this in real life? And that could just be your genuine personality, but people haven't seen that so often, so they're like, oh, is this real? Like, is this person really this kind? Are they really this engaged in the conversation? Like, I'm kind of confused. So yeah, your energy confuses people sometimes because they feel like they haven't experienced anyone with such a pure, strong energy like you. It's very interesting because I feel like this kind of only happens once you get very comfortable with yourself and you completely come to people as yourself. And I think that authenticity sometimes, without needing to like hide yourself, I think sometimes it almost like intimidates people and they're like, is this real? Okay, I wonder if you guys have experienced that before. I know I definitely have. What else do we have here? How are you being viewed? How are you being viewed right now? You got legs for days. Okay, period. So people think that your legs are attractive. How are my YouTube viewers being viewed currently? Aquarius vibes. You're a visionary with ideas that are always ahead of the curve. Ooh, that's interesting. Do people think that you're a visionary, that you have very interesting ideas? And again, you always execute. Like, you execute very well on what you want to bring into your life. How are they being viewed right now? They're afraid you'll hurt them. This is so interesting. I'm really just picking up on this vibe that people may feel like you're disingenuous because they can't imagine someone having such a strong and pure energy. Okay. Again, it's almost like when someone is totally friendly, like really kind, and people are like, is that fake? Like, is this really how you are? Is this really how you act all the time? Or is this just upfront and then you switch later? People are wondering that about you. They're almost afraid that like this isn't who you truly are, and then you'll switch up on them and that'll hurt them. So very, very interesting. If you're getting to know someone new, like a friendship capacity or romantic capacity, this could be how they feel about you. Okay. How are you being viewed? Virgo vibes, you're grounded, thoughtful, and incredibly insightful. How are they being viewed right now? Pisces vibes, you have a dreamy, romantic vibe that is undeniable. Ooh, okay, dreamy and romantic. The bottom of the deck says you have a beautiful, calming energy. This is very interesting. There's a lot of admiration, but there's also a lot of speculation in this pile. There's a lot of suspicion. Okay, people want to know if your personality will crack because they feel like you're a little perfect. There's something about you that, and I don't mean to gas you guys up too crazy, but again, I feel like you have done a lot of work on yourself. You've done a lot of inner work. You come across as someone who loves life, loves probably like people in general, like maybe not too extreme, but you probably enjoy getting to know people. You're probably quite personable. You have a charisma, you have chemistry with people, and they're just wondering like, is this real or are you putting on a facade? Okay, and I think that's part of the obsession with you is being able to like find that out. People may feel like your life is a little bit too perfect, and from the inside looking out, you may be like, well, no, like I'm stressed out. I got a million and one things going on. Like not everything in my life is perfect. I'm trying to move forward. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. But the other people, you are handling this all with such grace and clarity and groundedness. So they're kind of like, what's wrong with you? Like, is there anything wrong with you at all? Like, how are you like this? There's definitely energy of, you may be too good to be true. So this is super, super interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Let's go ahead and move on to our second question, which is what's happening behind the scenes for you right now that you don't know about? All right, I'm gonna clean this up and I'm gonna come back. Okay, what's happening behind the scenes that you do not know about? Okay, let's go ahead and see here. What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers that they don't know about right now? Okay. This is interesting. Already we have people who are looking you up. All right. People that you're not very interested in either getting to know. This could be people who tried to entertain you romantically but failed. These could be old friends. Like there are people who are very interested in getting to know you right now because they can't be close to you themselves. All right. These are people who, again, tried to get close to you, but you ended up dusting them off. And it's not that you were being rude or anything. It just weren't really a match for you. There are a lot of people who are very curious about you and your life and like what you're up to. And I'm actually seeing that it's not very malicious. These people are more so like curious about you and they could actually enjoy like studying you for some reason. Okay. These people want to know what you're like in real life, like what and if your integrity matches up to what you project outwardly, okay? Because like I say, you're very authentic and genuine, and that does project outwardly. And people want to know if that is truly who you are or if it's an act. There's something about that, okay? I'm picking up that these could be coworkers. These could be new people who you're like getting to know, all right, who don't know you that well. This could be a romantic option, like things like that. Okay, people who don't know you super well and they want to kind of dig up this dirt on you or get information on you to understand if you're just saying anything, if you're just like, you know, kind of make things up or, you know, project this energy that's not really true, that way you can come across as a good person to get like positive attention, to be seen in a higher light or whatever. People are really wondering if that is the case about you and if you only project yourself in a certain light to be seen a certain way or if that is authentically who you are. All right. There's something about you where you're very impressive naturally. and you don't even really have to try. And that is what's so captivating for people. They want to know if that star power that you have is genuine or if it's an act. All right. And these are people that you may feel like you're not so interested in getting to be in your inner circle. All right. Say there's like some social groups that are kind of around you, but they're not in your inner circle, like acquaintances, for instance, okay? People that you don't want super close to you, but you're comfortable with like having a conversation with them every once in a while, that type of thing. Like these are the people who are looking you up. All right. They want to know what you're really like. When they're alone, what's I'm picking up, when they're alone, they will often look you up and they're curious about you. I feel like you don't care too much. Again, this is not really malicious. They just want to know like what you're up to, who you're hanging around. Okay. If your vibe matches what you seem to portray, like they want to see if there's any inconsistencies. All right. What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers? Waiting. Yeah, people are just kind of like waiting to see if your character cracks in any way. All right. I don't know. I'm getting this interesting message. I'm going to say this. It's going to sound a little weird, but yeah, people want to see like how your morality really matches up, or how your integrity really matches up, or if you're actually like broke in those ways. All right. People would also be curious about literally how much money you make. Okay, because we got earlier that Queen of Pentacles, that does denote that you're being seen as somebody who has like a good job, you're financially stable. People want to know if you're making that up or not. Okay, if you really have a lot of money or you don't. Because to people, you may come off looking expensive. All right, looking expensive, looking very stable. They could be curious about how much money you have when they see you go on vacations. They see you, like buying certain things, buying clothes, buying accessories, caring for your pet, or whatever it may be, or in a certain certain kind of home. People are curious about how much money you make, and if you're overspending or not. They're kind of curious about that as well. What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers? Giving money. Yeah, because to other people, it seems like you spend a lot. So they're very curious about how much money you make. That's happening behind the scenes. Like people are low-key pocket watching you. Oh, come on now. Fake flexing. I'm telling you, people want to know if you're just acting rich or not. Okay? Because people feel like you kind of act a little bit fancy and you show off a bit. But I mean, it's all perception, really. Like you could post a picture of your dinner, right, at a restaurant, and people think that you're showing off, and really you just like the calamari that you had. Like it's not that serious, but people will perceive it that way because they're kind of putting you under a microscope. So right now people are really watching you. Okay, these could also be people who chased you and then dipped. All right, who are watching you, people who will try to go like in and out of your life. All right, they are also the ones who are like looking you up and seeing like what you're up to these days. All right, what is happening behind the scenes that my YouTube viewers don't know about? What's happening behind the scenes? Yeah, a lot of people tend to think about you right now. They think about you because of the amazing energy that you give off. You have the angel of love. I feel like you don't even realize the type of lasting impression that you leave on other people. All right. You just have this really beautiful energy that makes people a little bit obsessed with you. Okay. They want to get to know more about you. They want to see if you're genuine. They want to be close to you. They want to be your friend. They want to be your lover, but they also don't really trust you exactly. Like there's something really compelling about your energy. Very, very compelling. And this is what breeds that kind of obsession. So again, the people who are thinking about you behind the scenes that you just don't even really realize, all right, because of this beautiful energy that you give off, and they want to see if that's authentic or not. It is. All right, we have caring connections. What's happening behind the scenes? What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers? All right, action. So what's happening behind the scenes is that someone could be gearing up to like ask you out. All right, someone wants to make a connection official with you, if that applies. Someone wants to get closer to you. I feel like this is most likely a romantic situation. Okay, it could be a friendship, or even a business partnership. Okay, someone could be gearing up to help you out in a business type of way. All right, but I feel like this is mostly romance. Like someone sees a lot of potential with you. If you are, seeing someone right now. This person is gearing up to ask you to be official, ask you out on a date, make their feelings more obvious towards you, that sort of thing. If you're in a relationship, your partner could be trying to plan something special for you in the coming months. I'm seeing up to October or so. They could want to plan something special out for you, maybe for a birthday or a holiday. They want to do something special for Halloween, for instance. I don't know. It all depends, right? Especially if that's your favorite holiday. Things like that, okay? There's someone who cares about you that wants to make a move towards you in some way because they really enjoy their time with you and the energy that you give them. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what else. This may be some more kind of metaphysical messages that we get from this deck. I'm going to see, we have the Oracle of Oneness. Now, I haven't really used this one for this type of question, so bear with me. I'm going to see what comes out here. What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers that they are not realizing? What's happening behind the scenes that they're not aware of? What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers? Feeling powerless can spark a desire for change. Okay, that's interesting. What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewer? Reconnect to childlike wonder and joy. Make your emotions a priority. What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers? What's happening behind the scenes for my YouTube viewers? I'm already kind of getting the message about what this is about. And it's about how you're inspiring people, okay? It says release the grip of anger. This is too many. See what the bottom of the deck says. Energy goes where attention flows. This is really interesting. I actually feel like, here we go. Your significance is beyond measure. There's something about you being very impactful to people lately. Okay, this is also what's happening behind the scenes. It's not all people who are trying to get the dirt on you and trying to prove that you're not as authentic as you come across. Thank God it's not all like that. What I'm picking up here is that you're actually inspiring people to have more agency in their life and to create more joy for themselves. Because that is something that you are able to do for yourself. People are seeing the transformation that you've had, even if it's not necessarily they can see your transformation from beginning to end. They can see the result where you're at now, and they understand that it took hard work to get here. All right. When you talk to people, especially when you tend to give them advice, you spark this desire for change. Okay. A desire for them to make their emotions a priority, a desire for them to reconnect to wonder and joy in their own life, to create that joy in their own life, a desire for them to release anger, okay, and embrace forgiveness and embrace more passion and joy for life. And also a desire for them to refocus themselves on what's going to bring about either tangible results for what they want to achieve or bring about a healthier state of mind for them. So behind the scenes, you're actually inspiring a lot of people as well. Your significance is truly beyond measure. And I'm just picking up it is because of the channel messages we got earlier, the last two specifically. Your words and judgment hold weight, and your action and integrity speaks for itself. All right. People can kind of look at you and look at the space that you're at in life and feel motivated to be able to change their own life. And it's not necessarily because you're flexing on them or you're going on trips, you look hot, and that's why. No. It's the energy that you exude. All right. It's the confidence. It's the quiet confidence. It is the way that your eyes light up when you smile or when you talk about your passions. It is the way that you speak about, yourself, and you speak life. You speak joy and happiness over your own life. You use a lot of positive language. You try to remain positive and optimistic. It's the way that you interact with others so kindly. It's the way that you hold space for people. It's the way that you operate with integrity. All these things kind of make it click for people that they don't have to stay in a certain situation. They don't have to feel powerless. They can change their life and generate that mental stability. They can generate that feeling of joy and awe in their life. They can put in effort to create boundaries and structure for themselves so they don't feel powerless or like they're walking on eggshells. Okay, so you're actually having a huge impact on others around you. Again, it's not all just people who want to poke and prod and see if you are authentically yourself, which you are, and they're going to obviously come to realize that. There's a lot of people who are just inspired by the way that you show up in the world, and they want to show up as more of themselves too. And to be able to do that, they realize that they're going to have to strip away the things that hold them back from being who they are and from being comfortable in who they are. Okay, so you're actually having an amazing impact on those around you because your energy is so strong and so palpable. Okay, I would love to hear that. That's so amazing. I think now is the right time for me to break out my Oracle book, Cosmic Confessions, Channeled Secrets and Surprises. And let's go ahead and see more about how are people viewing you from behind the scenes. Okay, let's pick up on that. Okay, what is the current gossip about my YouTube viewers? How are people viewing them behind the scenes? Ooh, T. Okay, here we go. It says, I see your life getting better and better. I'm so proud of you. It's evident you've done some real inner work and it's paying off tremendously. Just know that you deserve all the good coming your way. You deserve to be celebrated. I remember a time I was really concerned about you, concerned you would never make it out of the struggles you found yourself in. Now I realize those hardships only add to your strength and testimony. Sometimes it makes me emotional because I was always rooting for you. You truly exemplify the power of the human spirit. I'm blown away by your transformation. That's T. Okay, I love that. Oh my gosh. Yes. Again, people are seeing that you are doing this like real inner work and they are inspired by you. They're proud of you. A lot of people are very proud of you. And again, your energy is so strong at this point. Like it's not necessarily intense. It's just like very bright and blinding. Like people are almost like, is this real? Are you being authentic? Like what is this energy? Because they haven't met someone who has such a strong energy signature like yours. Okay. It's the difference between being unforgettable and being, not very memorable essentially. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. How else are they being viewed behind the scenes currently? How else are they being viewed? Oh my God, yes. Look at this. You are an absolute powerhouse. I've never seen anyone work as hard as you do. You put in hours upon hours of effort every single day, and it's paying off in spades. You've achieved so much already, but I know you're just getting started. Your drive and ambition are inspiring to me. Even when the future wasn't clear, you kept charging ahead with such determination. Whenever I feel like giving up, I think of you and how much you've accomplished. It motivates me to keep going. You are a force of nature. Guys, you're doing the damn thing. I'm telling you, you were really inspiring people to, throw back what holds them back from their goals, okay? Let's get one more, all right? How are they being viewed currently? How are they being viewed currently? Okay, interesting. I'm going to take this right one. You made my life so much better. I'm sorry I couldn't see that at the time. I have ego and control issues. You're someone I wanted to make feel small, so I had a chance of being with you. I see now they would have never worked. You were always a bigger person than me. I'm sorry for the past. If you took me back, I would take care of you. At least I would try. I'm not sure I truly know how. You seem so far away now, it's unfair. I know you're just trying to take care of yourself, but it's literally breaking my heart. I've cried over you before. I just feel like you don't care about me. I'm mad and in love with you, madly in love. I know it's unhealthy, but I miss you. That's so interesting. So you have people who are missing you right now who are also, looking you up. I also want to read this one too, because this one's like a different perspective of missing you, but more of like a friend. So let's see this one. Another day without you. We were really close once upon a time, but you seem to be in a different place now. I really miss you though. I feel like we were good friends who got along well. You started succeeding a lot and kind of became distant. Are you too good for me? I try not to be jealous, but you're really shining without me. Who are you hanging out with? It seems like you have new friends now. It's cool. I'm not a hater. I do miss you though. Give me a call, or I might give you a call. It seems like we're still cool, but maybe you know something I don't. You're inspiring and I do look up to you secretly. Maybe you leveled up and just don't vibe with me anymore. I'm wishing you the best. You're still really awesome. Very interesting. So again, people who are looking you up when they're alone, and again, some of them are trying to see if your vibe is authentic. Some of them are people you're uninterested in hanging around, either anymore or in general, and they still want to kind of be close to you. This really resonates with that, okay? So that was T. Of course, my Oracle book is out now. Just put that out there. Link is in the description. This shameless plug. Okay, guys. I'm gonna clean this up one more time, and then we're gonna come back to talk about what's gonna happen next in your life. Okay, this is timeless, of course, but what's gonna happen next, and what is the best advice for you? All right. See you in a second. Okay, y'all, here we are at the last topic. What's going to happen next for you, and also advice. So, yeah, let's get into it. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? What's happening next in their life? Ooh. Okay, I like this. Whoa, okay, life's gonna start moving very, very fast for you. And you're moving very, okay, I know goals are like, I say that all the time, take a shot every time I say goals, but you're moving very quickly towards your goals, okay? I'm just seeing that. And you're leaving behind anything that is making it more difficult for you to focus on what's best for you, how you can create joy in your life, how you can improve your mental health, improve your physical health, all those things. Like you're leaving behind things that aren't working for you. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up that some of you guys could be leaving behind friendships. Some of you could be quitting a habit that isn't very good for you. This is super, super random, but I'm picking up that some of you guys are deciding to stop a habit of like eating really late. Okay, I'm not telling you, not how that has how to live. I would never do that. But I'm picking up that some of you guys are like quitting a habit of like eating after like 11 p.m. or something. Like you're trying that out and seeing if you like it or not. You know, I'm seeing that some of you guys could be stopping to like vape. You know what I mean? No longer vaping or smoking, things like that. What else? I'm picking up that some of you guys could be limiting how many scary movies you watch. Okay, because you're not wanting to influence your mind as much, especially before bed. Like you could try out like new routines and rules, right? With like the not eating so late and like maybe not watching scary movies late at night so you can sleep better. Like what else am I picking up on? Oh, I'm getting that some of you had like stopped a habit that was actually really good for you and you're gonna be picking that back up, okay? Like instead of maybe scrolling on social media in bed, you're making a habit of at least like getting your steps in and like walking outside while you do your daily scrolls, so that way you can still have your, what you like to do, but you're doing something healthy for yourself at the same time. So I'm picking up on your habits changing a little bit, so that way you can more easily achieve your goals and just feel, more aligned and at peace. It's something about like making sure that your mental health is a priority as well, and taking out things that have been chipping away your mental health. So it might even be like the music that you're listening to. Okay, it could be limiting how much news you take in, to be honest, trying to limit that, not getting too wrapped up in the news cycle if you can't help it. Again, the scary movies is coming up a couple times, so that's what I'm picking up on here. It's like, but your life's about to start moving very quickly. I'm also getting that. There's a lot of things that are going to start happening for you. And it almost feels like if you've been waiting for something to happen, you're going to have some sort of a breakthrough. We have the Prince of Swords and the Prince of Wands. Now, these are the two fastest knights or prince in the deck. All right. Essentially, this means that whatever you're trying to push towards, you've been putting your energy towards, you're going to start noticing a lot less resistance and a lot more movement in that direction. And I love that we have the 10 of Pentacles after that, because this talks about long-lasting stability and happiness. So whatever this is, your goal is, you're going to be getting there a lot quicker. And there are goals that have to revolve around mental stability, happiness, financial stability, things like that, okay? And you're leaving behind anything that is hindering your commitment to these goals, all right? What else do we have here? What's happening next for my YouTube viewers? What's happening next? High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, the wheel is like turning in your direction. I feel like you're going through some kind of an ending. It's like an ending of bad luck. Maybe you guys have had some like bad luck happen to you recently, and that's going to be ending as well. You're also going to be following your intuition on something, okay? And deciding that either something is for you or it's not for you, all right? What's going to be happening next? Yeah, again, you're cutting out anything that's working against you when it comes to moving towards your goals, moving towards the things that you want to happen in your life, okay? Yeah, there could be something or someone that is almost like hindering your progress. And again, it's going to be different for a lot of you guys. If you're focusing on mental health, it may be cutting out a certain kind of music that makes you feel on edge. If you are trying to focus on healthy relationships, it could be you're putting distance between you and a certain friend that you tend to like really feel drained when you hang around them. Or you're starting, or if you're wanting to get healthier, maybe you're quitting vaping, or you're starting to like take more walks around your neighborhood. Like it can be small things like that, but it's going to have a big impact on how you feel and how you're able to progress when it comes to your goals. LOL, I can't help but say goals. Oh my goodness, we're all about the goals, okay, on this channel. We're all about our life goals, pushing forward, okay, remembering our agency, and you know, doing what we want to do, you know, achieving what we want to achieve in life. All right, so you know, I guess I want to apologize for saying goals anyway. But I love this energy so far. It really feels like for some of you, you're getting out of your own way. And for others of you, it's more like the timing has now opened up for you to be in a new space, all right? I'm also saying you're going to be having more fun over the next few like weeks, months, all right, with the Three of Cups here. Three of Cups is literally a card about like going out and having fun with your friends. Like literally that's what the card is about. So I love to see that at the bottom of the deck because that denotes the overall energy for at least this part of the spread. It tells me that you're going to be incorporating a lot of fun and play into your routine, which is honestly vital. I think that people kind of put it down, like having fun isn't very important, but it really can create the energetic space to have like new ideas, to feel inspired, to feel refreshed. It's all very important, okay? So I love that. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? Stop. Yeah, victory. So you know what I'm trying to say, right? Like there is some kind of a win coming towards you. And it's funny because earlier we picked up that people are viewing you as if a blessing is coming your way, as if a blessing is overdue for you. So there you go. Like there definitely is some kind of blessing that's coming towards you. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? Victory is amazing. I love that coming out first. We have man holding a coin. You guys can be either presented with some kind of opportunity to make more money, or you will make opportunity for yourself. Okay, there's something about you coming into more money. All right, a victory when it comes to finances as well. Some of you could be getting promoted or having some sort of a raise or a bonus. Some of you are having ideas about how to make more money or how to save money in a significant way, okay? Like some of you could be shutting off a subscription that's been costing you a lot of money. Some of you could be switching products and the product like was very expensive and you're finding an affordable dupe, okay? I've heard that some of you guys are switching from Redken to L'Oreal. LOL, but they're under the same brand. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, finding an affordable dupe for something that lets you save a lot of money. I heard switching from Sephora to Ulta, but I mean, let's be honest, Ulta is still expensive. So LOL, but I'm picking up on that as well. All right. Possibly just saving money, not necessarily making more. But either way, you kind of, you know, you made more by not spending it. What else do we have here? What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? I'm picking up that some of you guys are learning how to do your own hair and not going into the salon. That's saving you a lot of money. All right. Got that as well. Storm warning. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? The sun. Oh, amazing. I feel you guys have been going through the storm lately, low key, because earlier in the reading, we picked up that you could be stressed. Okay. Again, you could be feeling stressed. People on the outside are seeing you handle your life, your circumstances, your difficulties with an amazing level of grace, okay? Amazing grace. And I feel like the storm is coming to an end, all right? Because you have the sun right after. Isn't that so beautiful? This is funny, actually, because it really resonates with me. As I was getting ready to film this reading, it started thunderstorming, like pouring rain, okay? Lightning, thunder. It was crazy. Like, it was a huge downpour. And I just had to like wait it out a little bit. And now it's all sunny. Like, obviously there's still water on the roads, but the clouds have completely parted. Now it's all bright. So, this is kind of interesting. I just feel like the sun is about to come out for you as well. So keep holding on here. Just keep holding tight. If you need to put something on pause while this storm is happening, that's okay too. Just kind of wait until circumstances are a little bit better for you to be able to move forward with a certain project that you are working on. I feel like that analogy is important because I needed to wait to film this reading until it wasn't like thundering as much because it was so loud. It was crazy. I thought we would lose power. It was crazy. And now everything's fine. So I feel like it's going to be the same way for you. Like, you guys could be going through some kind of a storm right now, but it's about to end and the sun is about to come back out for you guys. Okay. So I love to see that. Let's get a little bit more on what's going to happen next and then move into the advice. Okay. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? Crossroads. You could be at a crossroads making some kind of a decision. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? Sound resonance frequency. So you guys could be using like mantras and affirmations to get your mind right. You could also be using subliminals to help you to get your mind right. If you are listening to subliminals, if you are a subliminal user, this is confirmation that your subliminals are working for you. So just continue on your road, continue on your path. I'm also picking up that, again, you could be changing the kind of music that you listen to. You could be changing your music taste to something that's like a little bit more upbeat and positive. Or if you're listening to things that are like positive, you could be taking a break from listening to music that is romantically centered and listen to music that just has to do with like, more like daily life. You know how so many artists are really all about like romance songs? It can be a little bit like oversaturated. You could be finding yourself listening to artists that don't talk about those kind of things, like Addison Rae or Lolo Zawai. Those are some of my favorites. They barely make songs about romance, and they're just, they're just fun songs about picking berries in a field, being alone, but you're not lonely. You're living your best life, and everything's great. And it's just a song about that. So songs that really get your mind right. Okay, you could be like changing up your music taste. I'm also picking up that you could be trying to go out and listen to live music more often, or listen to music in general while you're out more often. Okay, to like have fun. I'm gonna end up with the disco ball. What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? You're putting more of an emphasis on like fun and play and joy. The messenger. So what's going to happen next? You're going to get a clear knowing about the next step that you should take, okay? Because you could be at a crossroads right now, or things are feeling a little bit foggy for you in terms of, how do I get to this win? How do I come to more financial stability? How do I incorporate more joy in my life? How do I protect my mental health? You're going to be getting more clarity around that, okay? That's what I'm picking up on. Either in terms of like someone literally telling you these things, or you getting some kind of idea, all right? What's going to happen next for my YouTube viewers? What's happening next for them? What you seek is seeking you. So you're going to feel that resistance really drop, all right? Resistance is leaving, making it easier for you to achieve your goals, especially as you take out things from your life that are hindering you from being able to be in that, more mentally sound space, or for you to feel that more joy, or for you to, make progress on whatever you want to make progress on. And also the last message here is just that you're protected on your path, okay? You're protected. Things are going well for you, all right? Things are going well. You're protected. And now we're going to go ahead and get into some advice. All right. What do we have here? Divine Source, what is the best advice for my YouTube viewers currently? Guys, if you enjoyed this reading, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate you. Well, I still appreciate you, but I appreciate that. Alrighty. What's the best advice for my YouTube viewers currently? Putting on a mask conceals your true self. Interesting. What's the best advice for my YouTube viewers? Rose-colored glasses can distort the truth. Your thoughts have power. I want to get one more. What's the best advice? Pack energy is about belonging and inclusion. Oh, okay. I almost want to put these like this. I'm feeling these two go together like this. Okay, let's address this left piece here. Putting on a mask conceals your true self along with your thoughts have power. I feel like you guys do project your authentic self, and when you show up for other people and in social situations, you show up as yourself. But then when you're alone, sometimes you may doubt how great you are. All right, insecurities creep back up. All right, and you may think of yourself in this like critical way that other people don't think of you in. All right. You may tend to like nitpick at yourself and pick yourself apart a little bit for even like small things, maybe even over small mistakes, for how you see your health is, how you feel your appearance is, how you feel how your productivity is, you know? And when you do this, you're actually making it more difficult for you to see how great you are. It's almost like you're putting on a mask. That is not true. This criticism, it is not really aligned with what you're doing. Spirit wants you to be more honest with yourself, okay? Be more honest with yourself about what is really going on and try to frame things in a more positive way. I'm not saying to sugarcoat things, but I am saying to be more honest with the progress that you're making and be more objective. If there was someone else in your life who was working as hard as you are, would you pick them apart, or would you remind them of how hard they've been working and how they should keep going? Okay, because it's not about perfection, it's about progress. So Spirit is saying your thoughts have a lot of power in the way that you perceive yourself. Other people perceive you in a really beautiful way, so much to the point where they're trying to find out if you're real or not. Really though, they're like, wow, this person's so amazing. Like, is this even real? But with yourself, you're like, oh, I need to fix that. I need to fix that. I need to fix that. You're so much in the weeds. You don't see how beautiful the garden has become. Okay. So take a step back, take a deep breath, and you try to put down the self-criticism and try to reframe things that you're still working on. Okay, to think more about the progress that you've made instead of, oh, I still have to go this far. Okay, it's gonna be more encouraging for you. The next thing that I have is rose-colored glasses can distort the truth, along with pack energy is about belonging and inclusion. Now, I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to resonate. There may be a couple of you where you feel like your pack and your social groups are like really strong, very positive, okay? But there's a couple of you at least who are need to be more objective around what's really going on in your social dynamics, or even in your familial dynamics, or even relationships, okay? They're saying that you deserve to feel like you belong. You deserve to feel included. You deserve to feel uplifted and supported in relationships. This is the kind of energy that you give to others, and you deserve to receive that back. You may sometimes put on rose-colored glasses when it comes to your relationships with others and make excuses for others that they would not make for you, okay? Give people the benefit of the doubt that they would not give for you, all right? And it's not about like being so transactional really, but it is about understanding really when the benefit of the doubt is being given too much, when people really should be maybe held accountable. And I'm not saying it always needs to come down to a confrontation, but there might need to be an assessment of how much access someone has to you based on the energy that they are giving you. Okay, whether they are uplifting or they're draining, whether they are kind or they're overly critical. Okay, whether they have, like behaviors that are positive for themselves and their lives and others around them, or they are like negatively affecting others with their behaviors. So there could be a need to reassess the access someone has to you and how you're going to relate to that person, what you're going to expect from that person, and how your connection is going to look moving forward based off of how they're showing up for you. Okay, and how they're showing, maybe even how they're showing up for themselves. But yeah, there could be a little bit of rose-colored glasses in one of your connections, and it could be time to reassess how close that person really needs to be to you. All right, so that is what I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what resonated, and also click that red button and become an OG today. Typically, I would have an OG reading, but that's for my pick a card. Today's general. But I would love for you guys to become a part of the family. Guys, I do post videos every Wednesday, and then I always do a hottest gossip on you energy check-in reading at the end of each month. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching my channel, for getting this far into the video. If you guys are still watching the video, go ahead and drop some roses down below. Okay, drop those roses and I will reply to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of this community. I truly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I'll talk to you next week. All right, love and light. Bye-bye.